Hey YouTube, it's JoJo Reviews here. Bringing you a dual review today. Oh yeah. Um, Today I'm gonna be talking about two movies. Both of the same story. Just it'll make sense when I mention what they are. I'm gonna be reviewing the movie 300, which came out in 2007, and the sequel slash tie-in, 300 Rise of an Empire, which came out just last weekend. Uh, So 300 was directed by Zack Snyder, based on a graphic novel by Frank Miller of the same title, and it starred Gerard Butler as King Leonidas. You had Lena Headey as his wife, Queen. Sorry, I just can't remember her name. Then you had David Wyndham as Delius, one of my personal favorite characters. Um, Now, what can you say bad about 300? Really, it followed the graphic novel to a T. I mean, it added a couple characters, a couple scenes for obvious movie reasons. Um, but even then, the artistic licensing really didn't wreck it for me. I'm a huge fan of the graphic novel, and wow, it blew me away when I first saw it. I actually own the movie. Um, I watch it still, and wow, what? So, story is actually loosely based on the true story of King Leonidas and his brave 300 Spartans. Basically, this uh, Persian king, calling himself God King Xerxes, um, wants to rule the world, and he sends this messenger to Sparta, and proceeds to tell them, "I just want to make you my bitches." Leonidas doesn't take too kindly to this and proceeds to kick his ass into a pit. Um, with the most memorable line of the whole damn movie, which is, "This is Sparta." Um, yeah, can't resist. Line still doesn't get old. After that, you have Dominic West playing this little two-faced weasel rat bastard. But when is he not playing these villains? His performance really was the only one that was really crappy. But anyways, King Leonidas wants Greece to go to war, or at least Sparta, and only problem is there's the festival of Carnes. I think it's something with Carnes, or something has to be observed, and if Sparta goes to war, Sparta will fall. So rather than send it all to war, he decides, probably knowing full damn well that they're all going to die, decides to turn themselves into martyrs, more or less. He marches to a place called the Hot Gates, and holds against over exaggerated odds of like thousands of Persians against just 300 Spartans. Well, technically 301. He requests 300, so yeah, I'm not gonna question that. After that, you just see badass battle after badass battle after badass battle. And in between, if you get some quick little monologues, and Michael Fassbender's in it. And I love his line, where his Persian emissary is like, "Our arrows will blot out the sun," and he just smiles and snickers and goes, "We will fight in the shade." Yeah, this movie is full of memorable lines. But yeah, like I said, it's based on the graphic novel by Frank Miller. It's a great graphic novel, even a great movie. The fact it follows it frame for frame with a couple of additional scenes and characters. That again, it helps the movie. It really did. I know a lot of purists are like, it messed it up. Oh, they did this. It destroyed it. They should have left it as this. Well, if it did, it would have been all of like a half-hour movie. It's not a long graphic novel. But yeah. So for my final rating for 300 is, I would buy it on Blu-ray. And now with 300 Rise of the Empire. Now that's a movie I'm really here to talk about. That's the meat of the meal here. Uh, Starred Sylvesterson or something, playing Themistocles and Eva Green. They seem to be the main characters. Now the thing I like about this movie, I'll mention some more of the cast as I talk more, but the thing I love about this movie is it's like three stories all in one. It takes place before 300, during 300, and after 300. So I guess it opens up with this prologue where Themistocles killed King Xerxes' father. Speaking of King Xerxes, it's the same guy, and this did have some. Comes from another Frank Miller graphic novel called Xerxes, which explores Moore's destroyed Xerxes. It's a guess a work in progress. I don't fully know too much, but did have some a core story. It wasn't just something made up for the sake of, hey, let's just make an odds 300 movie. What the hell? Um, so Eva Green is this conniving bitch, but it did bring back David Wenham as Delios and Lena Headley. You briefly see Gerard Butler if you can even say you see him. Um, but it did tie in, and I gotta say it tied in perfect. And was this one didn't have as much nudity, which I felt was much better. Gave it more of a chance to focus on these battles. And I love the fact this is more of a naval movie than these land fights like the Spartans. Something I did mention about the 300 was like, because I want to mention here, is these are the Athenians, and they're trying to hold out till whatever King Leonidas is up to succeeds, or you know. So he's holding with maybe even less than Leonidas, but not against such overwhelming odds. And these naval battles are just straight badass. But they react more. I felt more like they were more relatable, whereas Spartans are like, we find death in galore, and you get that feeling like they were like, oh, my friend died. He was the lucky one. Now these guys are like, my friend died. That sucks. That's bullshit. Screw this. I'm gonna kill them. So I found that more relatable. Spartans, badass as they are, these guys, I felt more in touch with them. But this time it's not directed by Zack Snyder. It's directed by some guy named Noam Merle. I'm unfamiliar with any of his work, or if I am, I just haven't noticed. There's times when he tries to do some comedy, where Zack Snyder kind of could play in comedy. I found myself snickering through it. This time, it just didn't work. The sex scene is actually comical, though. That I did find myself laughing at. I'm not sure if I was supposed to, if that was the tone they were going for. But in the end, it was funny. The sex scene. It was a little sexy, but it was pretty funny. It's a sex scene between Themistocles and his green characters, Artemisia. I don't know. I saw the movie a couple of days ago. I can't pronounce her name. I can only be able to pronounce his name. I'm not for someone constantly reminding me how to. But yeah, this one was, in my opinion, much better than 300. That is why my final rating for 300 Rise of the Empire is boomtastic. And my question for you today, and please do comment. I would love to know your guys' answer. Is if they made a master cut, which would have both movies tied in together as one long 3.5 hour epic masterpiece, where you see the beginning, and then you see those events that are happening in this Rise of an Empire, and the events of the first 300 playing at the same time, like switching back and forth, and then ending the movie. Would you guys see it? Please, again, comment below. I really, really would like to know your answers. And also, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It means a lot to us over here at JoJo Reviews. And as always, much love and peace out.